7.1 is called geometric mean. The formula for geometric mean is x is equal to the square root of a times b, where a and b are any positive numbers. For example, if we were trying to find the geometric mean of 4 and 9, we would plug it in. We would plug the 4 and the 9 in for our a and our b. It would look like this. X is equal to the square root of 4 times 9, which gives us the square root of 36, which is equal to just 6. Okay, you try an example with 4 and 6 now. Find the geometric mean of 4 and 6. If you did it correctly, you should have entered x equals the square root of 4 times 6, which would be equal to the square root of 24. The square root of 24 does not have a whole number solution, so we can leave it as the square root of 24. We can also apply this formula to right triangles. Here's a picture of a right triangle. The altitude of a right triangle, remember back from chapter 5, an altitude is something that starts at an angle and forms a right angle with the opposite side. The altitude of right triangles are equal to the geometric mean of the opposite side. Let's write that down. The altitude of a right triangle is equal to the geometric mean of the opposite side. Okay. Once you have that written down, let's go back and take another look at the picture. Here's our picture. So if we were trying to solve for x, we could say x is equal to the square root of a times b. Here's an example of a problem that we could solve using this. So we're looking for x, where x is the altitude of a right triangle. The opposite side is split into 3 and 8. Try to solve for x. If you set it up correctly, it should look like x is equal to the square root of 8 times 3, which is equal to the square root of 24. Again, this doesn't have a whole number solution, so we're going to leave our answer as the square root of 24. Let's try another example. Okay. Here again, we still have an altitude inside of a right triangle. But this time, I'm going to tell you that the altitude is equal to, let's do the square root of 40. This side is equal to 4, and I want you to find x. We're still using the same formula. X is equal to the square root of a times b, but now instead of solving for this variable, we're going to be solving for our a. So we plug the square root of 40 in, so the altitude is going to be equal to the square root of x times 4. solve this, we have to get rid of the square roots. The opposite of a square root is squaring something. So we want to square both sides. If you square a square root, they're going to cancel each other out. All we will be left with is 40 is equal to x times 4. Now our final step is to divide by 4 on both sides. And we have the 4's cancel out on the right side, and we're left with 10 is equal to x. So up in our original picture, this would be equal to 10.